Hello everyone. In this video we are going to be building a farm pond. I did not film a lot of the pre-work to get to this point, but this is the area that I've been working on clearing. I spent the latter half of the winter working down in this area, cleaning out trees and stuff, and then made a large brush pile and burnt it. I'll insert the clip of the brush pile when I lit it this evening. But basically this area, it's seasonally, it's wet in the spring. It's a clay soil, and we can't farm it because it's too wet. You can see those tire tracks there that hold the water. This is early in the spring. This is end of March, early April here, and basically it's too wet to farm, and it's a low-lying area. The neighbor has a pond just through the woods right there in that corner of the video right here. And when they built that pond, it gave me a pretty good idea. They found all clay, and their pond turned out amazing. So I was like, you know what, this area we can't farm it anyway. Let's turn it into a water source for the farm, and we can use it for recreation for the kids and to fish. So, and once we stock with the fish, we can use it for a food resource, and then a dry pump for case of fire emergencies. So that's the plan with this area. I'll put a clip right here of 2 years ago when I built a wood duck box, and you can kind of see how tall some of the things are in here. There's some invasives. It's an autumn olive, I think, in the back left there, and just a mixture of plants down in here. It was all young forest. It was really hard to mow, so a lot of early successional growth, things like that. But anyway, I'll throw some clips or pictures of what I have prior to beginning this pond, and talk you through any points that I can. This was in the winter when we were cutting some trees out of this area. There was I think it's a long-eared owl living in the wood duck box for the winter. This is after we got all the bigger woody browse cut out. You see the brush pile there. That was anything over 3 inches. My neighbor has a 100 horsepower tractor, and he can brush hog up to 3 inches. So we cut out anything that was larger than that, and then he went in and brush hogged, and you can see in this picture after it's been brush hogged. This is the first day that the contractor started. In this photo, they're stripping the topsoil. I quoted this through 4 different contractors, and I couldn't believe the variation in pricing. I'm sure to a certain extent you get what you pay for, but I tried to balance, the contractor's personality, their capability, and the price. And so far, I'm happy with who we used. There's a few things that I would have changed, but I think that what we got was the variation in pricing. So one thing to keep in mind if you are quoting a pond, that you probably, to a large extent, get what you pay for. But they did incorporate everything that I wanted as far as the design goes, just because I read a ton of articles online and some of the Penn State stuff on pond design and pond construction before we even started this. I'd done a couple years of research, so knew exactly what we wanted, and that's essentially what they did. But I'll show you some more videos and clips of them moving the dirt. I asked them to dig a keyway. You can see it. It's the light brown area on the left there. They started putting some clay in it, but they said that they dug it 3 foot deep, and it's as wide as the bulldozer blade, which I think was 13 feet. So hopefully we don't have any issues. It should lock in the dam and hopefully prevent any water from getting through. Here is partway through day 2. My son was super excited to see the equipment. That's the excavator, and this is the bulldozer. It's quite the mess down in there while they're moving the dirt. But it started to take shape on day 2. You can see they're putting the dam in here. They started shaping it up. just put some rocks in for fish structure just while it was empty, that way I could stack them up. But you can see some of the springs where this is going to fill from coming out. This one's kind of coming out of this little hole here. This is going to be a spring-fed pond. I knew there were a couple springs down in this area, and I'm going to plan to use those to fill it. Later in the video I'm going to explain the swale that I had designed into this so that no runoff goes into it. So other than the rain that falls directly on the pond, there should be no groundwater, above groundwater that goes into the pond. It should only be these springs. So hopefully that results in clean water. Here he comes to save the day. Thanks, Ty. Here the contractor's installing the overflow pipe. They told me they were going to use 10-inch, and I thought that'd be fine. They chose 8-inch, and I was slightly disappointed, but I did do the math, and this pipe, 8 inches, will flow a lot of water, and according to the math, it should drain the full pond within 24 hours, so it should be sized appropriately. I am going to put in an emergency overflow also, just in case. So you'll see that design for the emergency overflow that I have in a later video. But hopefully this 8-inch pipe should be okay. I think it will. This is going to wrap up part 1, I'll call it, and basically everything is shaped. There's a swale, hard to see in this video, but there's a swale going the whole way around this pond, the uphill side. I didn't want any runoff from the farm fields going down into the pond, so there's a swale with a ditch on the back side of it, and everything's tapered to that ditch, so all the runoff coming downhill will hit that swale and go around the pond instead of in it. Keep the nutrients out. It needs a lot of fine-tuning. Contractor pulled out because he said it was too wet, and it's been a few weeks since he's been here, so I think that I'm going to do everything else myself. Fine-tune that swale, the ditch, get rid of a couple trees that are too close. So I want your opinion on this walnut here. I want to keep it because it's a black walnut, but a little concerned because it's close to the bottom of the breast. Let me know if you think it's too close. If it is, I'll rip it out, but I'm hoping I can keep that there. It's a long ways from there to where the water is, but over time it might grow into it. But the next series of videos, you'll see me doing the fine-tuning. Like I said, I have to clean up that swale, get the water, the ditch going where I want it to go, and then final grading and spreading the topsoil, and then seed straw. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching.